run through how to do the wing flap thing. I'm not Hashi or Seth, so there'll be lots of ums, ahs, and no, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, we start off with one of the wings. It's just been grabbed in Photoshop with object select to create a background. It's already going so well. Create a composition with it. And in this one, I'm actually going to do it slightly differently to the way I did it in the original video I did it in a really stupid way, and there's a much simpler way of doing it. I'm going to split the wing into 3 this time, but you can do it as many as you want. So first things first, create a mask, the first area, and ideally you want the line cutting through to be straight because it helps with the rotation later. So there's that, and then we'll just duplicate that, and then with the mask we'll make that subtract, and we'll add another mask, again with a straight line through the wing, make that subtract. So now we've got the middle, and we duplicate that again, hide that, and then this one, the mask, the second mask, make that intersect. So now we've got the three wings, 3 parts of the wing. Next, pre-compose this one. I'll call that middle, and pre-compose the tip, and then make them all 3D layers. Select the first one, use the anchor tool point, and move the anchor point to there. Now jump to the middle composition, and we want to rotate this so this line here is vertical, and it doesn't have to be, but for the sake, I'm just for ease of use, I'm going to stick it to the edge. It doesn't have to be, but it just makes life easier. And then the rotate, just so we know, the rotation there was 30.9 degrees. Now this one, and this is important, in the orientation, change this to, what was it, 30.9. And it has to be orientation rather than rotation, otherwise when you do the rotation it screws up, the sort of gimbal lock type thing. And again, move the anchor point, in this case to the edge, and then move it back into position. Something like that. I can zoom in and get really accurate. I'm not that bothered. And then for the tip, again, we want to rotate it. And again, I'm just going to move it to the edge to make life easier. It doesn't have to be, but it helps. It helps me anyway. And again, the rotation, 40.2. Go to the wing, and rotation 40.2, anchor point, move to the edge. The reason for having it at the edge, it snaps. That's part of the reason for putting it there. And then move the wing, and then switch the right tool and move the wing back in position, something like that. Okay, so now each of these, when you rotate around Y, rotates around his own axis. And in this case, this is the base wing, shall we say. So next, let's add a slider control. Add that to the wing. I'll rename it to flap. Right click, edit the values, and just go from, I don't know, -90 to 90. And then for this Y expression, add an expression and pick whip to the slider. So now that one rotates that bit. Next, parent this middle bit to the wing. So now when this rotates, everything rotates. And the rotation, another expression. Pick whip to the Y rotation of the base wing. And then I just have to do it ×2. So Now if we go back to there, you see the second bit, element of the wing rotates a bit more. And the third bit will parent to the middle. Again, expression on the Y to the Y of the middle. And again, I'm just going to use ×2 for the sake of argument. And now if we rotate this wing, all three parts of the wing sort of work together. And obviously you don't want to go too far because then it will sort of flip round on itself. And then what we'll do is quickly rename these to left, mid, left tip. Make the composition twice as high. I don't know, let's say 1600 for the sake of argument. I can't really bother to calculate exactly. I mean, you could just put these in a subcomp and then do it, but this, I think this, the problem then is you'd have to expose the slider control to the one above. But anyway, so you've got the 3 layers. So let's duplicate them. Actually, let's duplicate them. Move on to the top, and let's make, just for professionalism, let's make those red. Yellow. Let's rename them. Now I'll take the first one, the bottom of the right wing, at a scale, uncheck constrain properties and make that -100, and see everything automatically scales. Another one, and all we need to do now for the right is go to the rotation, and we just change the slider, because if we do look at it at the moment, if I look at, in fact we don't need this slider, so let's get rid of that just to make life easier. Let's lose that expression. Let's pick whip the Y rotation to the Y rotation of the other one. Now you see at the moment, you see the bottom one, the right bit is going the opposite direction. So all we need to do is go times -1. And now you got your flapping wings. So let's add some keyframes. Let's go, I don't know, there, go to a second, there, and then expose the keyframes, copy that one, 2 seconds, paste it, select all 3, easy ease, and then just for an expression, just so this loops, loop out, can't type. So now the wings are flapping. Obviously you can have as many elements, break this up to as many elements as you want. And then just to show the sort of spin them in 3D, let's put that in another composition. Make this 3D, collapse transformations, go to rotation, rotate there, go to the end, 360, and boom. You have your 3D flapping wings from a 2D image.